Okay. It is another start of a day, and I am very tired. I have to practice now. So, let's get into that. So, I think for this morning we're going to keep things pretty simple. I woke up like maybe 5 minutes ago, and the reason why I woke up so early, I have stuff to do at 10, and it's about 8:10 right now. So, that means I have like that long to practice. But we're going to go through the Bach, of course. I'm going to read through it, and I'm going to go through the first two pages again. That is going to be my main focus, and I swear to God, if I can't play it, I am going to just cry and be upset. I've only been working on that one piece for like memory. I think I might also start going into the prelude. Will that be like kind of uninteresting if I'm just working on Bach in the morning? I mean, yes, and who cares? I don't know. I have to ask the question. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's just jump right into it. Alright, I'm jumping into the Bach, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I just read through it in my typical fashion, and guess what? My fingers are still cold. I think it would be a really good idea if I just today focus on that first page, and then tomorrow, when I do it all again, I'm going to go for the second page, and hopefully I'll be able to put it all together. I'm just going to jump into it. First page, banging it out. Banging out some Bach. So I've been reading through the first page, and that is actually going pretty well. Why is my microphone flaccid? My hands are still cold, and it's been 30 minutes, so I think I might be dead. But I'm going to take you on a journey to show you what you do in a pinch like this. Hot water. Did you guess it? So I'm just going to leave my hands under this hot water until they are good and ready. Now my hands are nice and warm. So I'm going to just get back into it, and then I'll play it for you. I'm about ready to try and play this for you. Okay, well, here's my Bach. It goes a little something like this. Okay, that was the first page. Let's reflect on that a little bit. I know that I always say this, but I do actually think that that went okay. There was one spot that I remember. There might be more, and that's what I'm learning from this, is that if I think I made like an A, I really made a C. All that really needs to be done is just play it slowly, think about the melody. So I guess I'll move on to the second page now, and I'm not going to play that for you. I'm just going to fast forward through it probably. I think I'm about ready to call it there with the Bach. I said I wasn't gonna play it, but I guess I will. I'm just going to play you up until that that powerful section. You know what I'm talking about. If you watched the last one. I'm gonna play the first half of the second page. I was gonna try to do it from memory, but I am just like it's not happening today. You get what you get. Uh, yeah, let's call it there. Slightly discouraging. I'm going back to the floor because that's where I deserve to be right now. Um, yeah, like it's to be fair, I'm kind of in a rush today and like it's whatever. Like I don't feel that bad about it. Really, I think my biggest issue is just like memory. I think I am going to move on to the prelude though. So I'm going to just start looking at that. I'm probably just going to look at like the first measure because there's some counting nonsense in it. Let's take a little bit of a break first. I forgot to water my basil plant. We're going to be eating fresh basil pretty soon, hopefully. It's still looking pretty bad. Maybe I'll give you a close-up of it. There it is. Okay. For the rest of my morning practice session, my seshi oeshi in the morning, I'm going to start looking at the prelude. Let me show you this first measure, actually. It's pretty... When I say I'm only going to get one measure in, so I'm going to try to count for my life, and we'll see if we get that far. Okay, so I went through the first two measures of this. There's some HD rhythms in here. I'll show you what I mean. As you can see, we have 30-second notes and occasional 64th notes right there. Now, how do you count something like this? What I'm doing is I'm using the tried and true method of quarter notes are now whole notes. So that first chord would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 30-second notes are now eighth notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and said and at the end there. 64th notes are now 16th notes. That is as far as I really want to subdivide. So that's why I chose quarter notes to be whole notes. So like that is a measure to me now. And then that is another measure. I'll try to play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I went through the first two measures. The second one has a dotted rhythm, which is scary. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and now this dotted 16th note is a dotted quarter. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, yeah, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes, so our last beat there. 4 beats for the measure. One measure is basically 4 measures in my head. So that is how I am choosing to skin this cat. So that pretty much concludes today. I wouldn't say that I did very good work on the fugue. I'm glad that I started going into the prelude, though, and that's going to be interesting. I think I'm really going to try to just add one measure every practice session until I get really used to counting those HD rhythms. You know, you'll see that process, and I think that will be fun for everyone. I forgot to read through my score, and I don't have time to do that right now, so I am just going to pretend like I did. Today is Friday, And that means that I get done teaching at 6, which means that I'm going to go and partay, which means I'm going to practice a lot. So it's probably going to be a long one. So look forward to that. All right. It is time for me to go and do other stuff.